Can dairy farming make you rich in Kenya?
From experience, dairy farming is gonna make you very rich. I have told you I have assets that I could have not acquired if I didn't have dairy. I have lands, I have title deeds, I have car, you've seen, I have cars, and all that is from the dairy.
How many liters of milk are you able to produce at your peak with the
At my
current?
peak, I am able to produce 400 liters. That is milking about 23 cows.
Okay.
Yes.
And in total, how many cows do you have?
I have 50, but currently I'm only milking 25. This whole coop, when it's full, you will be able to hold like 45 milking cows. And that is the opportunity. I will have to have, the milking machines. For then it will
Those are
make
too many
sense. Yes.
cows to be milked by hand.
Yes. My name is Naomi Ruhara. I am a youth in agribusiness. I do dairy farming here in Githongori, Kiambu County. This is where it all started.
Okay.
And yeah, you're fortunate enough to see the first batch of the lot of the project, and that is her. She's Faye. She has been here since we started the project. Remember I told you we had two. We started with two. She was one of the two. And the other one we lost her. But even after losing her, that is her daughter. Her name was Blessing. No, not her. But her daughter is here. This is one of the daughters of the, the initial
The
stock.
one you said that was the one you started with. What is her name?
Faye.
Faye.
Yeah.
You're still milking her up now.
Yeah. But this is the last. She's in calf for the 8th time. After this, you are not going to inseminate her.
Okay.
Yeah. So she will be sold off as meat. Yeah. And this structure did not start this big. So you see, the reason why this structure is completely different from the other structure, this is where I've built myself. And you can see even the trough will tell you, this was the first trough
That
we
you
had.
started with.
So this was literally the first coop.
So this was in 20.
From 2012.
Oh, this was 2012.
Where Akinafe were eating when they were still calves. So even if you see the structure is completely expansion, expansion, expansion. Until now we decided, since, as I said, this is not my place, it's a place that is leased. So we acquired ours, and that is why there it's more modern than it is here.
Because there's not a
Yes,
place you're going
but
to be here for
from this
long.
coop that was built.
How many cows do you have here?
Here there are 18, all of them are getting milked. Yes.
And all of them are getting milk?
Yes.
Okay.
You have 2 guys there who are milking. Each has a specific number of cows, and also they also have specific cows that they milk. So you'll not find like Faye is being milked there and also at some time is milked here. She knows this is where I go for milking, and this is the guy that milks me. So
so
labor for there is very important, because also the speed of the milking determines the production of the cow. My herd is managed by 4 employees.
Okay.
That is who milk, but generally, since they need fodder and they need the fodder farm needs to be, we totally have a total of 7 employees. Some work at the farm and others work as milkers. We call them milkers. Yes.
Okay. At what point did you start construction of this structure?
The structure was started in 2018. It took us about 3 years to finish the structure. As you can see, it's more modern, and there is more use of metal than there is use of wood, and this is because of the neatness and also the fact that presentable and also durable. And this whole coop, when it's full, you will be able to hold like 45 milking cows, and that is the opportunity. I will have to have, the milking machines. For then it will
those are
make
too many
sense. Yes.
cows to be milked by hand?
Yes.
Okay.
So machines will really come through. Yeah.
Show us the milking station right now.
Yeah. You're lucky you found us milking. So this is that milking. They're just finishing up. We milk 3 times a day. So this is the evening milking. It's the last milking. The previous milking was done at 1.
1, okay.
Yeah.
1
and
p.m.
yes, and now it is 5. So we're just finishing off the little milk that was left. Most milk is produced in the morning. and
What
then
time do you milk in the morning?
In the morning we start milking at 3
3
a.m.
a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We milk, we take the dairy point, the collection point is just here. So after milking, we take, and after that, the worker is able to come back, clean, feed the cows. After that, he goes to the farm to, to cut the napier grass and also come and chop it.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is what you see.
What is happening
We've chopped here? So the machine here, if you can see, there is a chaff cutter up there. I told you our land is a bit inclined. So we needed to use as much as technologies we can use. So the chaff cutter is up there. It chops it is chopping the napier grass. The napier grass falls here, and the employee is able to pick the napier grass and feed the cows. Yeah. Yeah. Now these are the first time they have just first calved for the first time. Most of the ones on the other side of the farm, most of them are calving for the 4th time, 6th time, 8th time. Like there's one that was there when we started the whole project. Is calving the last time.
Okay.
Yes. These are the calves also from some of the cows from the other side. One thing that is interesting about the naming, I've not heard you asking why we have very funny names. My kids are very responsible of naming them, and we have some holiday trips, and we give them opportunity to interact with other kids. So they will find a new friend, and that is their new cow.
Oh, so the kids name the cows based on the friends they make.
So if you see Riziki here, they've met Riziki somewhere. If you meet Queen here, there is a Queen somewhere.
So you never have a challenge of names? Yes. Even if you have 100 cows, you
my
have
kids
names.
will always
have names.
And they have a name. Now we have Zuchu.
Is this the same? Is it the Zuchu I'm thinking about?
Now you know he's occupying every child's mind.
How would you say dairy farming has impacted your life so far?
I would say I wouldn't be where I am in terms of asset, in terms of net worth. I won't be where I am if it was not for the dairy. Yes.
Do you feel like you're ahead of your age mates development-wise because you decided to take the route of dairy farming, whereas maybe they went and they got employed or something?
No, I would say everyone, maybe they are comfortable where they are. I don't know if they.
You're trying to be politically correct.
Anyway,
what's an rephrase your sorry. Do you feel like you're ahead of your peers because of dairy farming?
I don't feel like I'm ahead of my peers. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm ahead of my peers because I don't know where they are. But from within my community, my age mates, I am ahead of them. I'm ahead of my peers, and something that people look up to me for, and it's something that motivates me and kind of encourages me to do, because now I'm sure I am on the right path. Yeah.
If you had a chance to start again, would you still start with dairy?
Of course, why not? But this time with better lessons, because as I have been in this business for almost 10 years now, it has not been a bed of roses. There have been a lot of hiccups, some very discouraging moments for me as a farmer, moments I should have just, cursed God, because it was really hard for us. But we survived. We moved, because at that moment I was telling you, I had the opportunity to acquire some loan from the circle that we sell the milk through. And the sourcing of these cows had an issue because there was a peak. People were buying a lot of cows at that time, and there was a lot of conmanship. So people would go get unhealthy cows, come and treat them, give them medication, give them feeds for a short period of time.
Fatten them.
Yeah, fatten them, make a killing out of selling to me. I come, the cow disappoints me, or even once it dies. I lost 12 of them within 1 year. It is very discouraging to lose a cow every month, every month, every month. And it is immediately after giving birth. So from that, I also learned a lot. When they died, I started running to, insurance, trying to get to know whatever help I can get, because this is a lot of money, remember, I have invested here. So through the insurance, through the circle, we were advised about the insurance, we were advised about working with professional veterinaries. So my veterinary was very kind. He advised me on, because one of the issues I had so that the cows can die, first was the hardware, and that is the nails, papers, paper bag, things that they have been feeding on the ground. So one of the ways of reducing these deaths was for us to use magnets. So every cow you see here has a magnet inside. This is to reduce the risk of them dying after giving birth, because this is the moment they die mostly because of these nails. Yeah. Another thing, I have learned to build my project step by step. I don't want to rush, because you can have access to money, rush into things, and you buy things that will really disappoint you. You'll go buy a cow that you're told it's milked 25 kilos a day, and you witness it being milked that, but if you see, when you bring it to your herd, you feed it the same way you feed your cows, it gives you a liter of milk. So you see, it's not a right investment. It will require you more money to make it produce that 15 liters. So these are some of the lessons I've learned throughout the journey. And for me, I think I'll settle for all these cows you see here. Some have been born, most of them, 90% of them have been born here. Yes.
A young person would like to start dairy farming. Like, what are the steps they should start with?
First, the major big problem you'll have, because most of the dairy is done on a zero graze, but the dairy farming as a value chain is large. You might not have the land to start dairy production, but you might have a pickup that is able to transport my dairy produce. So there is a lot of opportunities to tap along the way, but production, for me, I would say, is the more I'll say sustainable, because you're able to build yourself at your pace, and once you've started, it only gets better. Okay, so for someone starting from nowhere, number one, skill is very important. Knowledge, just know something about the project you're going into.
So in this case, we can get Kusu skill. You're talking about the skills of dairy.
Yes.
Understanding
At least understand the breed you need.
So ideally, let me just chip in kidogo. I feel like what you're trying to say is, even if I have the money to start a dairy farm, if at least have some experience working in a farm.
Yes.
Like,
not
don't
necessarily working yourself on the farm, but at least you have the know-how. You know the breeds, small things like the breeds, the quantity expected, things like mastitis, how to handle mastitis, how to handle, small things. You are aware, you are ahead of your employees. Never let your employees be ahead of you, So, and also if you have money, it is very encouraging for you to do dairy, kwa sababu it is easy for you to get your money back. Within a very short time, you will be able to make your money back. Take, for example, my case. It's been about 8 years. If I told you the assets I've acquired through the little cows, I've told you I'm only milking 22. Believe you me, last year I was only milking 18. There was a time I was milking only 10. There was a time I was milking 1 cow. Okay? And all through this time, as you see, 22 cows to feed 50 cows and to give me something and to pay my loans, it means there is money there. Okay? I'm able to pay my loan, and these loans, they have been used to acquire an asset. And this asset in the future, I might convert it to something else, or I must start a project with this asset later on. So the fact that I started with a leased land, and now I'm able to build such a structure, with the money that I'm getting from the dairy. And acquiring other assets is something that can prove to you at my age, it's something that can prove to you dairy farming can really do well with the youth, because we are very conversant with the technology. You're able to go to YouTube like your channel, listen to stories, go to Google, learn a little bit, you know, do here and there, but be very involved. There is also this group of people we call online farmers. With dairy, it can't work.
Keyboard farmers.
Yes, they can't work.
Let me pull you back kidogo. When did you construct this structure?
This structure was constructed in 2018. 2018, 2019, 2019.
How are you?
3 years. It took 3 years.
It took 3 years.
Yes.
Because I believe you said the land was landed.
The land is a bit stiff, and the investment that needed to be done here was a lot.
To bring it to level.
Yes, and all this money we were like budgeting it at the end of the month. I've told you I have vegetable project, I have chicken project. So these other ventures were able to feed the cows, and the milk money is able to, you know, improve on the structures, do major
So
projects.
this whole structure has been constructed through the proceeds of
Yes.
dairy.
Yes.
Okay. How many at its maximum capacity? How many cows
At
can
its
it hold?
maximum capacity is supposed to take 45
Mature.
cows. Yes,
45
mature
cows.
cows. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but we also have a plan to construct pens for the babies, because you see, even those
For the
ones,
calves.
they are up. Their pen needs to be a bit up, so we plan to have a row with warming, the light technologies, everything. Because we are also going to stop hand milking and invest in machines soon. It's something on the line.
It makes economic sense to use machines.
Yeah.
What breed of cows are you currently keeping?
We are doing Fresian.
Fresians are the most common around this place.
Fresian are the most common around this place, because also their preference is due to their high capability of production of milk.
High
Because
milk production.
my best cow currently can give me about 38 liters per day.
Okay. What other breeds are available other than Fresian?
There is Asha.
Okay.
Now they've introduced the new red Fresian. There are many breeds, but mostly there is the improved breeds, not the local Kenyan breeds that we used to have.
Okay. On average, how many liters does your cows produce on average?
I have given them an average of 15 liters to 17 liters, because I have a high of 38 and I have a low of 12.
Okay.
Depending also on some
So
factors.
The midpoint.
Yes, the factors could be the pregnancy stage. You've seen like there is one that is not feeling well.
Okay.
So such factors, you will give them an average of about. And also, you know, the weather sometimes affects the production. You'll find that when there is a lot of cold, cows don't drink a lot of water. So the production of milk also reduces significantly. Yeah. And also we trying to reduce the cost of feeds. We've ventured into using other things like chicken poop. We've used brewer waste. We've used pineapple peeling waste. And sometimes these things are not available. So if your cows are used to eating brewer waste and you miss the brewer waste, your production of milk can cut up to like 50% or 40%. You lose that. So some people are still skeptical about using this other product, because when they lack, it hits really hard.
For how many months are you able to milk a cow?
You're supposed to, after it has calved, you're supposed
Okay,
to.
I'm guessing the whole lifetime.
Okay,
Is
the
that-
whole lifetime, most people say 8th calving, that is about 10 years, and then you remove the cow.
Okay.
But about the duration where you milk until the next calving depends on the stage of the pregnancy. Because for me, I do about 7 months or 8 months. I stop milking depending also on the production. Because, for example, the one that has 38 liters, when it's nearing birth, probably it will be milked about 15 liters a day. That's a lot of milk, and you need to use medication to stop the milk production. So for us, we give it about until 8 months so that we can give the medication. Because when you give also too early, they develop mastitis issue. You find they've lost a breast, a 3 only working. So those are issues that you need to be hands-on to realize them. Yes.
Okay.
The lifespan of a dairy cow is about 10 years here.
That is a Frisian breed.
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly here we keep it for about 10 years because at this time it will have calved about 8 times, and after that it's weak, production goes down, so it is not even economically, it's not making economical sense for you to continue keeping it because you will reduce the milk.
What is the current price of 1 liter of milk right now?
49.
That is Kenya shillings.
Yes.
Okay. How often does it fluctuate? Does it fluctuate a lot?
No, not often, because actually what it does, it can stay constant for quite a while, but even if it has to reverse kidogo, it will go with a shilling or cents, but not really like 5 shilling off. Mostly we increase.
Oh, the price
as
increases.
we go, yeah, because we started, when I started selling, I was selling at 38 shillings.
Per liter?
Yeah, that is 10 shillings more. So you see it's growing. The cooperative is growing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many kgs of, how much feed does a dairy cow feed in a day?
How much feeds does a cow consume in a day depends on the production of milk as well, and also if it is in calf or it's not. So for example, a cow is in calf and it has higher production of milk. We give fodder about 1 bucket or 2 buckets a day. We feed our cows twice a day. So 1 bucket in the morning, 1 bucket of fodder. Then we add in the waste, the pineapple peeling waste. We give half a bucket. We also
That is per cow?
Yeah. We also, depending also, and now I'm giving you when it is at its highest production.
Okay.
And the feed mixture, which we call our own dairy meal, homemade dairy meal, we give the same half a bucket. So that is about 10 kilos of dairy meal, about 20 kilos per day of fodder. That's it. The current price of a dairy cow in Kiambu, I'll specifically say about Githongori because that is where I'm conversant with. You will find a heifer going for 150 to 200,000, and a cow that is already milked, now it sells a bit cheaper, so you'll get from 100 to 50K.
What is a heifer?
Heifer is a cow that is pregnant for the first time. It has never calved before. This will be the first calving.
So even if it is not pregnant already?
It is pregnant.
Oh, it's already pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
we also call the small calves heifers. Like those ones, they are not yet served, but they are called heifers. But when we come to market, the cow market, when you talk about heifer, we talk
It's
about
much more valuable.
the in-calf heifer. Yes.
Okay.
So that in-calf heifer with about 5 months pregnant to 8 months, you'll find it goes to 150 to 200K.
Okay. How do you feed a dairy cow for maximum milk production?
That will depend with the cow. How do you feed a dairy cow per day?
For maximum milk production?
For maximum milk production, ensure it has all the nutrients it requires. Salt. Mineral salt is something farmers joke with, and it is not a joke. This cow you're milking every day, you're removing calcium, minerals, nutrients from it, and you're not giving it back. So you will milk, and one day you will get milk fever, will just fall. It will just fall, you lose it. It becomes weak, you lose it. So nutrition is very important, whatever you're feeding. Because fodder, percentage of fodder is very important. Whatever fodder you're feeding your cow is also very important. And then also the supplements. Is it protein enough? Does it have too much acidity? Because you've seen in my case, because my milk has too much acidity, it was not taken by the quality control of the cooperative. So those are some of the things you need to check for. Yeah. The minerals, the fodder is right, the mineral is right, and the supplements is right, and also the natural health of the cow.
Tell us about this part of the farm here.
So this part of the farm is where I do vegetable production, and mostly I use most of the waste from the cows to do my farming. You see my vegetables, as you can see, I've used a lot of manure. So we have two types of manure, the dried one, this one, and the slurry. So the slurry goes through this channel all the way to the napier grass. But this, the manure in itself, that one that has not a lot of moisture, is what we dry, we let it decompose some more and use it for the vegetable. You can't use slurry for the vegetable because it has a lot, the acidity level is high, it will burn the vegetable, so you have to give it some time to decompose, but it is very okay for the napier grass. So we opt for the slurry, excess slurry, to go to the napier grass. The other we use for the biogas, but the hard manure we use it as a mulch, as a way of rejuvenating our soil in the vegetable production.
What greens are you planting? Have you planted here?
I do different kind of vegetables, but I majorly do indigenous vegetables. This is kunde, that is, it's called spider plant, ama saga in local language. We also do managu, we do kanzila, you can see kanzila down there. We have a bit of briganya. So we have a variety of vegetables that we do sell. We have courgettes, we have cucumbers, we have lettuce, we have green peppers. We have a lot of green bananas, you can see. And all these green bananas, like you can see, they are able to put a lot of bananas because of the slurry. So the slurry is very essential for us. These are called brinjals. They are long purple. We just harvested them, but you can see the good thing about them, you can harvest multiple times per week, and that helps us generate income consistently. So when you sell vegetable, you come and sell brinjals, you have some cash flow for you to be able to pay laborers and do a few things here at the home. Yeah.
Can you see how they look like, the mature ones?
Wacha nikuchunie hizi nilikuwa nimesafisha kiasi. Jona dugu ha. Zile dhua ameenda nazo ndio tungenunua. See. This is how they look like. So there are people who prefer this size, the others who want the bigger size, the giant size, but this is the ideal size.
Even
to
for the
take to
market,
the market,
yeah?
Yes. Yeah. They are very tasty, and the best alternative you'll have for meat.
They are protein.
Not really, but they have high levels of protein, and also they just taste nice. Even the texture.
But also depends on how you cook them.
Yeah.